Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. This is Otaku Showboat and back to Angels, Bobs, and SpaceX mods in Factorio today. First off, though, is a rather important announcement. Starting next week's streams, I am permanently shifting the time that I stream 1 hour back. So the streams, normally they start 11 a.m. Eastern Time, US, and go until 2 p.m. with a break sort of around in the middle there after about an hour and a half. Shifting it back an hour, 10 to 1 Eastern, I'm doing that for a few reasons. First off, it means I won't really need to take a break, an elongated break in the middle. I might have a break or two during the stream, but it won't be in the same format as it will be today and has been thus far. It won't be a lunch break, because I can eat lunch at 1 after the stream. Besides that, it's a financial decision, actually, because I need to earn a certain amount of money each day to, survive and continue to survive. And with transcribing, which is what I do, I am a transcriber with Rev.com. I am able to currently, after doing it since, I think it was October when I started working with them this past October, I can now earn about $10 an hour through Rev. About. That's average. I need to make about $40 a day to continue surviving in my current lifestyle at the present point in time. As things go along, like after November, there'll be a big monthly payment that I don't have to make anymore, but currently I need to make about $40 a day to continue to survive. And since I'm not making really much of any money outside of that single euro that was donated a couple of weeks ago, I have to work 4 hours a day minimum. But the issue that I've been running into is one of, so I end the stream at 2. I go and get food. I edit the video and start rendering the video, the VOD of the stream. By the time I'm finished eating and doing all of that post-stream stuff, it's 3 in the afternoon. Okay. So I start transcribing, and 3 hours later, 6 p.m., I have dinner. I am pretty regular. I have my meals at pretty set times. So 6 o'clock comes, I have my dinner. I get my dinner, I come back, I sort of have a bit of a break period in that hour, and 7 o'clock rolls around, I've made between $35-ish, and I'm presented with a choice of, do I now continue transcribing, or do I not? And I have been more likely than not choosing the route of not. So, because I know this about myself, And I know that as soon as I stop working to go eat, I'm not likely to want to continue to work after that. I have decided, okay, I don't really do too much before the stream anyway in the mornings. Let's just move the stream back an hour so that I can at least start making the minimum amount of money that I need to survive each day in the afternoons, and I can feel more comfortable stopping at 6 in the evening so that I actually have an evening to enjoy. So yeah, that's how things currently stand. Of course, whole goals oriented thing. If the stream continues and it grows to a point where I get affiliate status and I eventually get partner status and the viewership may grow and all of that, and this actually starts becoming more of a monetized, or, well, it, quote, technically is monetized already, but as it starts generating a revenue, if it starts generating a revenue, I can stream more, stream at different times, stream later, stream maybe earlier, I don't know, I might be too much of a zombie a bit earlier, but I could transition to other things because let's face it, I'm only transcribing because that's what's earning me money to survive right now. That is the only reason to do it, and I can do it right from here on my computer, and I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to get a quote real job when I can work remotely at home. I'm willing to sacrifice how much I am earning to work here. So, anyway, that's enough time with that. So just bear in mind, starting next week, the streams will be shifted an hour earlier. Also, I am planning on adding Sundays as a stream day during the new time of 10 to 1. But that will only begin not this coming Sunday, but at minimum June 2nd. That would be the first Sunday that I would do a Sunday stream. The goal with that one would probably be as a day to play something other than Factorio, potentially. Alternatively, it could be a day that I play more Pyanodons. I haven't quite decided what I want to do with that because part of me wants to make more progress in Pyanodons and play more of it, and part of me also wants to start having something else besides just Factorio content. And that Sunday stream would be the day to do that, I would think. So let's get back into our Angels playthrough. Last time, it was Blue Science Day. That was last time. It was setting up the Blue Science. Now, I have gone ahead and I have made myself a list of things that need doing. The first thing that needs doing, I am pretty sure, if I look on my bus and I get to the point where I am making engines, step 1 might be to vastly increase the amount of engines. Now, I haven't given as much thought to the tech currently. There's a lot of tech that I want, and there's a lot of things that I can build that this tech will unlock, and things that I can't. So this thermal water extractor, sure, I could get this tech now, but it requires electronic logic boards and titanium plates and reinforced concrete bricks. The logic boards is the next circuit level up, and I don't currently have a source of titanium, nor do I have concrete bricks, let alone reinforced concrete bricks. So that doesn't really have much of a point. I'm thinking I want ore processing 2 next to unlock the pellet press, which will be the most important upgrade for us at this point in time. So anyway, the assembling machine 2's making the engines. I want to expand this a fair bit. Oh gosh, I broke a pipe that I can't replace. Also, a point of reference. Angel has fixed done a fix to Angel's smelting for the recent Bob's updates, so you can safely do that Bob's update to Bob's plates, or whatever it's called, that I discussed last week and that I had fixed for myself, my local copy, and explained how to fix it yourself for your local copies. So that's nice. I'm going to have to change the inserters when I do this. This should be a line of 10, I think. I'm just going to, double it! Oh. Right. The, belts need upgrading, too. Oh god. Alright, give me the advanced iron smelting. Oh, right. You have to do this multiple times. If you're just using the upgrade planner. Hello? Oh, I am out of red belts. No wonder. No wonder! That would explain issues. I need other red belts. I think I had this issue in the last stream of not having enough belts. Oh god. Ouchies. Here, have a red one. Also, give me more red ones. And more stacks. Yeah, all of those. Oh, you are limited by steel now. That is definitely a limitation. Good thing I'm getting more advanced iron smelting at the moment. I may have to go and take care of that. Okay, next up. Advanced copper. Come on, car. There you go. Now, this should be a bit better. Now, why weren't you being upgraded? What are you trying to upgrade to? Oh, you're probably... It's probably attempting to... Actually, I've got no clue. Why is it... Why did it allow these to upgrade, but these... There's probably a problem with what exact type of inserter. It's probably looking for a vanilla inserter once the inserter's been placed, but the ghost will upgrade to the Bob's inserter. That might be what's going on here. Alright, give me... There's no real point to upgrading the mark level at this point. I was just saying there's just no point right now to that. Syngas out of residual. I don't know. Chemical refining should be next. So by doing this, I am vastly increasing the amount of engine units that I am producing. Yep. And the reason is I am now wanting to make electric engine units. And electric engine units produce slowly, but they consume exactly as many engine units as one engine unit building produces. So it's a 1-to-1. Now, of course, I could always just increase the amount of blue science coming out, but I sort of want some electric engine units. This is 6 right now. 0.64 per second? Yeah, sure, fine. Now, I had wanted... Ooh, I can make these. I can actually make these. That is very useful, actually. Let's make these. Oh, and I can also make the blues. That's beautiful, wonderful, magnificent, even. Beautiful, wonderful, and magnificent. Actually, you know what? You know what I wish was down here? I wish there was a toggle to the belt immunity equipment. Toggling belt immunity equipment is exactly what I want. So this is the most important tech for us at the moment. This will unlock hybrid catalysts as well as the ability to do ore sorting for titanium, gold, cobalt, silver, and uranium. A thing to note, however, titanium, gold, and cobalt. So, cobalt, titanium, the stuff you need for blue catalysts, is locked behind rubite crystals. Rubite crystals require nitric acid. Nitric acid needs, in its production chain, red and green catalysts. So in order to make blue catalysts, you need red and green catalysts in the chain. And the green catalysts will require silver ore, as well as aluminium. I can do the aluminium right now, that's fine. In fact, I can do zinc, aluminium, nickel, and fluorite. That's part of what I want to get done today. However, we can also do... So, the givelite, cruthenium, and bobonium crystals. The givelite is hydrofluoric acid, hydrochloric acid for cruthenium, and sulfuric acid for bobonium crystals. That's what's required for those. We can make silver ore just fine. Same thing with uranium ore, except instead of the givelite, it's now sapphirite, so it's 2 items that need sulfuric acid and 1 that needs hydrochloric. We are making all of those acids right now, so I can make silver and uranium ore once I get this tech. Chrome, I have absolutely no interest in whatsoever. What I do have interest in is the manganese. And manganese ore sorting I could do now. It is available through Mad Clown's processing this particular recipe, and it is through crushed sanguinate from Mad Clown's ores. Now, sanguinate, there's some right back here that I can start mining at my convenience. Okay, so I should now have some red buildings and some blue buildings, which is fantastic. Now, I'm only going to put 5. Oh. I'm going to put 6, an even number, and I have to do this correctly. Give me... Well, that would be convenient for the coolant. Start giving me these manganese, I guess. The manganese recipe and the other recipes that require manganese. I'm going to do this way. These are, of course, going to make electric engine units, and they're going to be rotated like so that I can just do this. And this is just BEBs and engine units in. So I will, of course, need more belts. More belts. Yet even more belts. I have ice water today for my drink, because I finished my coffee a little bit early. All the way back. How many of you have you made? Insufficient amounts. I'm going to need to solve this steel issue, but I'm going to solve it after a brief, very brief break. You know what happens with coffee, right? It just tends to go right. Well, at least I know my kidneys are doing their job. I just, wish that caffeine didn't make them do it so well. Boy. Oh, hello, tech. Advanced aluminium. I'm actually going to take a jaunt. Just making sure that everything's operating as currently expected. I may just detour here to transition into pellet presses. Looks like, I need steel for pellet presses. Who knew? Good thing I'm making a non-zero amount of steel. I mean, I guess only having this much going on the steel is not preferable. But the pellet press process will help a lot. So, pellet presses. This will require some restructuring. This will absolutely require some restructuring. So, and how much stuff do I have here? So the ratio with pellet presses for iron and for copper, if I'm not completely mistaken, and I think just in general with the pellet presses going into a furnace making an ingot version of stuff. I guess I'll pick this one up. Just because I want Advanced Chemistry 3. The ratio is 3 processors, 3 of these ore processing machines, to 2 pellet presses. And it's 1 blast furnace per pellet press, if I'm not completely mistaken. Let me just look at this recipe again. So it's 3 per 2 seconds. It's 3 to 2 for the processing machines to the... Yeah, so that's 1 per second. This is 3 per 2, so 1.5. Yeah, that much is fine. Then, sorry, but I'm gonna have to break you. Oh yes, that's the problem here. I need to bring limestone in. Alright, that just might be a bit much of a hassle for the present moment, even though the efficiency is so big, the boost in efficiency is so large. And it's 8 pellets every 4. This is 8 pellets every 4, so this is 1 to 1. So basically, you have the pellet presses in a 1 to 1. And that's why I have the space that I have between stuff. And it basically forces things into pairs. So these two are paired, these two are paired. But then I have this one, which isn't paired, so I have to pair it with something. Now, I also will need this. And casting machines. Because what I'm going to do next is I am adding a steel line. Now, I have the choice. I could... This will come in handy. I could choose to convert this into one part of another steel and then just add one more and then have another steel. Or I could add 3 units and just, or add 2 units of just steel. Well, add 3, so it'd be 1 more iron and 2 for steel. But that would consume a lot of ore. Alternatively, what is the difference in crafting speed? 50%, that is not great, honestly. Yeah, I think I will do... I will do the conversion method. Texts are just rolling in right now, which is a good sign. Give me... Give me nitinol. I will need that at some point. Yeah, so basically how you convert this, it's just remove what's here on the bottom. Now, what I could also do is just... this, and then attach on the side the stuff. Yeah, I guess I can just do this. Copy. Do I not have a thingy? Why? Why you do this to me, game? Make me go back for bricks. Stone bricks. I'll go ahead and just start grabbing something for techs. Also, an interesting thing to note, ore processing machine, because it's a 50% boost in output for the Mark IIs, you could do 1-to-1 for a Mark II ore processing machine into a Mark I pellet press. So, if you are tight for space, that is an option, but not one I would actually go with. Because at some point you will have the highest level of machines, access to the highest level of machines, and you will have to have the correct ratio anyway. So may as well just have it from the start. Wow, that's actually all good. Cobalt. So that is the molten steel. Now to get this molten steel over. And that is how you double the production of steel. Now, I just happen to place my casting machines where I do. You can put them wherever you want. You just have to belt the fluid to them. This is just how I tend to try to keep things at least semi-organized. But if you're doing a line like this, it might actually be better to put some separation in the casting machines, do them somewhere else that will simplify the output of belts, because this is a little bit complicated trying to get all the belts out if you are making a long line of this. Anyhoozle, start working through those. I am officially using all of my iron. That's nice. And it's not for lack of inputs, although I could use more crushed sapphirite. Maybe. Might be time to extend this a little bit by, I don't know, at least 2. Let's see, I'm going to have about that many more in, that many more in, that many more in, maybe? Let's actually do this properly. Why am I not getting any... Saf chunks? So these are outputting as normal. Why am I not getting... Oh, hello. That would explain things. You're not hooked up to anything. Oh joy, oh bliss. Okay, I should make use of it, but part of me also says just freaking get rid of it. So I think I'm gonna just freaking get rid of it. It's not worth the hassle right now when I already have a method of infinite crystal slurry. This will go like here. Now this can move. Oh goodness gracious. Give me substations, substations, substations. Did I already pick up? Nope, there it is. Substations. Perhaps the most important tech in the entire game is substations. Give me these. That should get things moving along nicely. I'm going to, increase this a bit. Oh, that's a backup. That's a backup. Here, make more. Make faster. That fixed that problem. Wait a second. Why are you contaminated? What the hell? Oh. Because those didn't set themselves to long. Weird. Well, glad that's fixed, but that would mean... Yeah, every... No, everything else looks fine besides that one. Okay. That was a little weird. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot. Yep, that fixes that. Here, have some of your own. Stack inserters are wonderful and glorious. They solve all problems. Okay, so that should take care of that, and I should have those crystals going again. And backing up, apparently. Now, to the original issue at hand that I was working on. Now that I have Blue Science, by the way, there's just so much stuff to do that it's just going to take a long time to get all of it done. There's nothing that is... There's no strict order to things, shall we say, that I need to get done. Let's see, so I need no, not a Cretinium. I need a Rubite. I need a Stereotyte. And a Givelite. So there's 5 chunks. The Hybrid Catalyst. And 6 crystals. I can make... Well, I don't have brass, but I could make those eventually. Hybrid catalysts... And... I'll reserve a couple of extra spaces for other things. And I might have, like, a crushed sanguinate going up to the side out here as well. Alright, now that that's sorted. Expand. I guess alternatively, because my iron is here, I could just do down. You know what, let's just do down for the iron, because I need a lot more iron than anything else. And then this just... And yes, I'm going to use stacks. Oh, right. That's how that's done. Now, I will have to... do that. And that is... maybe... No, it's not. It's not a fully compressed yellow belt yet. One more machine might do it. One more machine might do it. At least it should do it. It looks like it is going to be backed up on that lane. It's unfortunate because I think this is... Oh, this is 4? Okay. Well, what I can do is that, and that should keep it even. And that, I think, is what they call good enough. Let's see what that means for down here. That means that all of this is producing all green lights everywhere. So I now have a lot more steel. I have twice as much steel as I had before coming in. So that's good and fine and dandy. That, again, helps increase the amount of belts. And let's be clear, this has pretty much just been an excuse to do something while waiting for belts to be produced. The eternal struggle waiting for the belts. Still not that many, but better than before. Now, where's my car? Also, recent change as of today. The vehicle that you are in will remember the color of the player that last used it. That is perhaps, I think, one of the better changes in recent times to the game. It now actually remembers. Alright, let's continue the quest for glorious things. Yes, glorious things. The quest for electric engine units. Might not actually have enough belts to run the beds all the way out. Oh, maybe. We're getting closer. Oh god. Oh my. Why did I do this? Well, that's a lot better. Now, you're going to need engine units and bebs, but at the rate you're going to need them per building, I can probably just get away with mixed belts here. Oh, here comes the bebs. Okay. Oop, hello tech. Give me fiberglass stuff. And that's the mixed belt. Let's see. I now have the ability to make substations. I need to grab some of my sockets. which looks like they're all being consumed by science right now. Oh, there. This side is better. So substations are the let's cheat way of getting power to large areas. Lead smelting, sure. These things are just incredibly overpowered, even the base versions. Let's see. This is my iron line. So, what line is my lubricant? Which part of the liquid bus is lubricant? I don't think I have it on the liquid bus yet, so that's the next phase. Do I want to clarify stuff and make this, like, keep moving? My rainbow pooping of geodes? Lubricant way back here. Way back here. Right here. Hook her up. This is nickel. Yes, yes. Good. I need more pipes. More pipes. My pipes are way back there. More undergrounds are required. So, getting this lubricant done and getting the electric engine units starting to produce will mean that I will be able to get perhaps the best possible item that I can get at this point in time, which is the exoskeletons. And once I get batteries to actually start storing energy for my modular armor, that would be even better. So, this line under the nitrogen, I think, is the next one available, and the nitrogen is right below that water. No. It is not the next one available, because that one is used by ferric chloride. It's a good thing I check these things. So, we're now 3 down from this water. That's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, third one down. Snake the car through these underground pipes. Get my cursor on the line and let's go. Eventually I'll run into all the rocks that are in my way, and they won't exist anymore for any future time I need to run my car up and down. And that should be those being produced. Now I also need to start running the sulfuric acid line, which that should be, yeah, that's right there. Because now that I have the electric engine units producing in a non-zero amount, I will be needing to get lead plates coming down for my batteries. And I do not have lead plates currently down here, which means I will need a lot more belts. Hello, electric engine units. Ah, good. Chlorine processing. Oh, right. Can I make aluminium and concrete bricks and brass? Alright. I have one thing of the many I need for those. Now I'm going all the way back to get what belts I've made and to run the lead line. Do I need more? No, I clearly do not need more of those. 513. I don't know if that's exactly enough, but it is better than nothing. Oh, hello. Free belts. Just have to watch out for any time I need to jump over something. Yeah, that wasn't quite enough. Here, let's pick up some unused belts. All these techs are required, by the way. I will be playing with them eventually. Yeah, I will be playing with the modules eventually, just not immediately. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Well, while I wait for more belts to produce, because they will be continuously being produced, get this placed, and then oh, hello. Advanced titanium, sure. I can increase my mining speed as well at some point. Alright, just going to do a few batteries. Batteries? Oh, right. Duh. Batteries are different. They just have to be different, don't they? This is fine. There's sulfuric acid in, and then they also need plastic and lead. Well, plastic is going in for blue science, so I know I have, or no, not to blue science, but to one of these here. This is where the plastic is. Slag processing 3! Or 2, I should say. This would get me non-zero amounts of stuff I need for various catalysts. But it's slow, and it's awful. Though the best part about this is the ceramic filters. I will need to pick up ceramics tech, but that filtering is better because it consumes water rather than your coal, so it's an infinite process rather than something inherently limited by your coal. Also, I should work on this with a should just need the one steam cracker. Oh, I don't have the stuff. Oh, I have a steam cracker. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I just don't have the belts, but do I really need the belts? Where's my... I could just throw steam over here, I guess. Do direct insertion, and that. And this is somewhat convenient because I use residual gas. And you just need some steam, and I can... Ah, this is incredibly important for the modules. Please, 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 let me... Yes! Huzzah! Success! Success is mine. One building, unfortunately, might not be enough to, use up all of these for the amount of stuff that I'm producing. But it's fine for the moment. And hey, it's producing residual gas for my, lubricant production. Now, how many belts have been made in this amount of time? My bet is on not even remotely enough. 189. Yep, the, not even remote... What else is using steel? Like, really, what else is... The engines, I know. Engines. The rest of this belt is actually pointless at this point in time. Advanced silver, sure. So the engines need the steel. I'm going to focus all of the inbound steel. Is there a problem? There is a problem. Probably in the amount of these guys, this stuff, coke being produced. Okay, so I think it's about time I just increased the amount of coke being produced. Now, I'm not going to do... stuck. Stuck. I'm going to need... these guys. Interesting how little plates are coming through. How few plates go through this line. Guess I'll just have to expand my plate production. Then I need furnaces. Alright, where am I? There, right here. So I will have to do some minor trickery with the belts because of this. Because of the way I'm going to be building this. Now, this is fine. Getting the coal up and in is fine. Getting the stuff here all set up. Advanced steel. Want to get to this manganese recipe at some point. I want to see... 4 per second. 4 per second, yes, so this is... I was hoping my memory was serving me correctly there. So here's the issue that you may run into if you do this. If you have a setup where you're getting sulfuric wastewater from, quote, clean coke production, if you back up on your coke, you will want to make sure that you are outputting the coke from the clean coke and are using that. So as what demand demands coke, you want this stuff to leave first. What ends up happening if you have a whole bunch of these in the back, if you have a whole bunch in the back, and you only have the one lines each going out, and everything sort of just is shared going out, you will end up backing up past the clean coke, which you don't want. So then the clean coke stops while everything further back keeps producing to meet the demand. The way around this is to divert the outputs so that they output down here, say, and then this becomes the, quote, rear of any backup. So all of the other stuff that's diverted will back up first while all this keeps running to meet your demand, and then once the demand outpaces the production of this segment, then it'll pull in from what comes behind. Now, I don't actually need to keep this balanced. It'll be fine on single lines. Now I have the choice of running two separate lines all the way down and meeting up down here somewhere, or putting it all together and making it like adding a splitter down here with an input priority on this side. So, a couple ways to do this. I think that I will want to conserve belt by merging it, bringing it up, and then doing a doohickey like that with the input priority left. Advanced tin. Absolutely, I will take that. Now this is balanced, theoretically. My car. And, substations are nice. I like substations. They work so well. Also, these furnaces will feed themselves off of the crushed coal. And as you can see, this process outputs a significantly lot faster than this process. This process is a lot slower than this one. But the whole point of this is sulfuric wastewater. That is the only point for this to exist, is sulfuric wastewater. And at this point in the game, actually, we're clarifying it because so many other sources also give sulfuric wastewater that while it was needed for the initial bootstrapping of producing sulfuric acid, I might not necessarily need so much of it anymore, but I still want to make sure that it's there and producing. Alright, tungsten. Sure, it's going to be a long time before I actually do tungsten production. Now that, theoretically, . Oh, hello. I should upgrade those belts. Because I am... I'm producing more than a gray belt can handle. Speaking of belt... Is there like a thing that was added in this mod set that's like a vehicle belt immunity equipment? I know there's a lot of equipment that was added for vehicles, but is there like a vehicle belt immunity that would be, you know, handy? That would be incredibly handy. I need to increase my BEB production as well at some point. Now, let's get this plastic and lead hooked up and start actually making batteries. Oh yeah, something tells me I want to do better pipes. Actually, I want nitinol pipes in the end, and I have that tech. And nitinol is not that hard to make. Now, can I do a mixed belt on you? Sure. Sure, I guess I'll do a mixed belt. Oh, I guess I should get more substations. Oh no, I need copper plates! These are just so, like, cheaty. I'll keep saying that too. Let's see, I need this line. Pretty sure all this is in alignment thus far. Now, the lead would be fine actually if I did this. The plastic, though, is at the bottom of its line. Oh, really? That's a shame. Anyway, that is batteries. Aren't they pretty? They're pretty. Now, hello, tech. Sure, chrome, why not? Not gonna use chrome, but... any oozle. Do I have everything I need to make... bots? I have everything I need to make bots. Beautiful bots. Just need, like, you know, steel. Steel for bots. Give me those. I love those. Batteries. Glorious batteries. I can make bots. I can make bots. Can I make portable solar panel Mark IIs? If I had silver. Yeah, let's not have those. Batteries. $200. These are 30. 7. I need 7. I don't think there's gonna be a way to fit a RoboPort in here, is there? Boy. Did I not make a RoboPort? I thought I made a RoboPort. Or I couldn't make a RoboPort because I don't have enough steel. Yeah, I just don't think... oh, hey, plastic 2. I sort of want to wait for plastic 3 to do any transition on that front, though. Let's not leave the car behind. Yeah, I just don't have the steel. Now this is a... yeah, it's a 2x2. So I really don't think... it can fit. Correction, it can fit. Right there. Oh boy. Now, the question is... ah. So, because I put the RoboPort in, it has to fill itself, and it's 2 megawatts to fill itself. But it eventually, once it's charged, it's charged. It doesn't need additional energy until it gets used by robots. Speaking of robots... ah, yes. Wonderful, beautiful robots can start being made. Oh, you will need, those circuits, of all things. Oh hey, you repaired it for me. Thanks. Thanks, buddy. I want to get you a few friends, if you don't mind. Just a few. for now. Also, I should be doing the 19 length pipes. Since I'm making plastic, I could do it from plastic. And I like the blue. It's rather similar to the cobalt blue on the plastic for the plastic pipes. So I guess I'll make them. Of course, I'll do it at the towards the end here because it's gonna consume like all of the plastic. And in the same fashion as I have done the other pipes, that outputs directly into chests. That's plastic in. Hello, tech. Give me... I really don't care at this point. There, 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 and there. Beautiful substations. Now, I really do like how these pipes look. I like this color on the pipes. More importantly, though, they are a longer maximum length. I have a lot of stuff in my inventory that I don't really need. So, I am now making all of that stuff. What do I want to focus on right now? What I want to focus on right now is taking a break to figure all of that out. I'm just going to ride on over and pick up whatever belts we have available, and then it is break time. I am 7 minutes past my break time normally. Right here. Just make sure the car is not moving. Ah, good. That is a lot more sufficient. Alright, it's time for my regularly scheduled snack break. I will be back shortly for plans and schemes while I eat, and then back to the regular gameplay. And we're back from the plans and the schemes. The question is, what do I want to do absolutely first thing next? Part of me wants to do bots, start making bots and doing everything with those. Part of me wants to do things like expand iron even more. And like make sure that my production is good. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to help out my iron production. What is my limiting factor here? Mineral catalysts. What is my limiting factor on mineral catalysts? Not enough mineral sludge. Now these are, I think, not consuming all of the slag slurry that I'm currently producing. Also, if I want to expand, I think I need another hydro plant. Oh, that's 500 per second. This is... yeah. No, I don't need another hydro plant. Doubling this gives me 150 per second. These need 150 per second. Do I have enough slag slurry to double this? I didn't want this here as well. That was the other issue, is I didn't want this to stay right here. Well, I have the recipe to convert crystal stuff into mineral catalysts. So that's what I'm going to do, I think. That means I'm going to need some equipment. Crystallizers. Oh, that means I'm going to need steel. Hello, steel. Let's do all 8, I guess. And a couple crystallizers. This will also involve shipping out more lanes down here. Unless they're all being used. Actually, I think near enough everything on my bus is currently reserved. And then I have 2 more things out here that need to be bussed. Why did I go all the way out here? I didn't need to go all the way out here. Lithium! I always find it interesting that this tech is so easy to get with its prereqs, and yet you can't do lithium really until you get thermal water extraction to do the lithia water filtering and all that. Anyhoozle. This is not 8. I wish it was 8. Am I okay with that being on that spacing, or do I want to go one more out? I think I'll just keep it like so. Oh yes, beautiful bots doing their thing. Pretty sure my nanobots would be faster at this, but oh well. Let's let the actual robots do their thing. You know, the bots that don't have limited production of thingies. or aren't in ammo. These bots are so slow. Maybe that'll be my next tech. Robot work speed. Really now? Alright, and they're gonna drain my batteries. So, issue being, I need not that. I need that. And this produces 150 per second per 6, which is nifty. Nifty. Oh, that's unfortunate. Accumulators. Would you please shift 1 down for me? Oops. Now I'm posed with the minor issue of how the hell am I going to route this in? Oh, and you need, of course, the one thing I don't have. This needs mineralized water in. So of all the, like, hell I've given mineralized water over the past several streams about not really being particularly useful, it's used in this. It is used in this. So that means I have a bit of a mission, don't I? To, process mineralized water. I can make mineralized water out of crushed stone. So I'll have to siphon off some of my crushed stone into sludge that, or into this slag slurry. Change that over to mineralized water and, send it over here. In the meantime, Now, how am I going to, Oh, right, that should be a tech itself. I think it's after getting Logistics 3. Yeah, I need, I won't be able to make anything in Logistics 3 for quite some time, but it does give me a whole line of things that I'm not going to do anything with. It gives me long inserters and more inserters too, which is the maximum tier of stuffs, which will be fantastic. Also, yeah, there's no way I'm making pink science anytime soon. Because what I really want is that. That is what I would really want. Alternatively, that. I wanted the 3 length to avoid the use of the underground belts, but meh, I'll just go with this for now. Okay. Next. Mineralized water. Where's my car? Where is my car? Oh, there it is. Also, this is... Yeah, this is with the exoskeleton. Wow. That speed debuff for picking this class in Bob's classes is quite, annoying. Quite annoying indeed. Now, mineralized water. This is going to involve, actually, a bunch of pipes, and I think I can just... I think it might need purified water in. I could be mistaken, but if I need purified water in, I'll deal with that. If it's regular water in, that's fine too, but I think it's purified in. Now, train, please don't smack me. Alright, boom, boom. You will now make mineralized water, and it uses regular water, which is actually significantly nicer. That is very nice that is what is used. Now, do I have any, water? I've been increasingly not enjoying the map settings that I used for this map, but I'll manage. Okay, so the slag slurry pipes are relevant. Irrelevant. And yes, I realize how much of an issue all of this is going to cause. Because now I'm going to be completely dependent upon... Well, I'm going to be transitioning into being completely dependent upon crushed stone existing and processing that. Now, what I can do, actually, is... Slong inserters too. What I can do is, instead of this process up here as well, I can convert this into producing mineralized water. And it won't use any of my sulfuric acid. And you know what? I am going to do just that. This is what's going to cause some issues, because now I'm not going to be producing, you know, any catalysts anymore. No more catalysts whatsoever. Yeah, like, all of this can just die. And these, and this stuff here. All of this can go. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, and goodbye. Let's do this quickly. Oh, hello. Why are my nanobots not nanobotting? Do my nanobots only nanobot if the roboport selection is on? Alright, robots, join me. Join me and leave me. Aha! So they do work if you're not carrying around any robots. Interesting. Thermal refining, maybe next? No, I need the, I want the rotation options. All of the, inferior stuff can go away. And, you know, junk. that I'm not using right now. I will eventually need the powder mixers. Yeah, this is fine. Grab all this stuff too. Because none of it is needed. Huzzah! Where is this water coming from? That is the primary water line going to the bus, the top water line? Yeah. So that's the top one. It's getting barely tapped. It's water line 2 that isn't as tapped down here. But I guess because this is out here already, I may as well use it. So what do I need to do? I need those things. Oh, joy. Hello, tech. Fine, give me that next. Don't need it next, but I'll take it next. Steel, 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 steel. Also, everything is dead, for the record. Until I get these catalysts back and going. Now I have to run down for like whatever the end of the line steel is to grab some of that if I want to be using Mark II crushers, which I do. I'm avoiding picking up science. Oh, and I guess also liquifers, but I have a ton of those. Guess that'll be a thing eventually. Back again. So, crushers. Slag into stone. Then into liquifers. Hello, tech. Advanced oil processing, sure. Now, you each can consume 22.5 a second. This thing makes, 4 per second only. So realistically, I can just shove... Like, what I could really do is... this. And that... No. That way. That would make that, and ba-boom, and... ba-boom. Making mineralized water at a rate smaller than 225 per second, but meh. I have 2 of these, that's 4 per second. How many am I producing per second? How many of these do I have again? How many of, these? 20? Seven and a half? I could double this. Needs more loaders. And it would still only feed one. It's like I don't even need the other one. Oh, it's because of yellow belt and I need tin. Well, tin I should have plenty of. Backed up. And then these. And then apparently iron plates. Okay. Oh boy, alright, let's... There we go. Now... Power. Now to get this mineralized water where it needs to go. How am I going to route this? Don't know how well this one's gonna work. Oh, hello, purified water. So I need to get all the way down here. That one's taken. That one's taken. I think this is the next line. This is the ferric chloride, and this is the, one we just added. lubricant. Yeah. This is the ferric chloride and this is the lubricant, so this is the water. Now the water will probably just have to come in like so. Mineralized water, I should say. Car? Any car? Where's my other car? Way over there. Alright. This will be much easier with the car. Just as long as I don't do too much damage along the way. I will not be doing this anytime even remotely closely soon. Titanium processing, though. The fluid bus just keeps getting longer and longer and longer. Now, how far more? Not very far. We're almost here. Okay. This is my input. Also, I could transition into using the plastic pipes, but the spacing will be off. I'll have to actually take time to properly space. Because, the +4 won't give me enough to get out to here, for say. So, say we were starting here. The max distance won't get me down here, and it would get me somewhere within this belt line, so yeah. That's a problem. Now, once I am able to make blue belts, I can make use of these 2 lanes, for example, because I'm pretty sure with the extra spacing on the blue underground belts, I can hop from here to here directly without needing this spot on the underground lane. So I can add 2 more lines here and here, and similarly down there. So that's mineralized water in. Now to hook up the wastewater. And there we go. Also, these should be stack inserters. Speaking of stack inserters, stack inserter capacity +1. So, welcome to the party. Now this uses 300 mineralized water per second for 6 of these. I'm uncertain exactly how much I'm actually producing. It looks to be... maybe it's sufficient? On just that one machine? Which is... excuse me, which is incredible. And this is giving me the full production of 2, so compared to before... and this is important. Compared to before, I have twice the production. Right, I need to drive back and get undergrounds now. I need to establish like a dedicated driving zone on my bus. Just say, this is the zone for driving. You shall not attempt to drive anywhere else but here, going up or down the bus, with just enough space to do a U-turn. Oh, good. Over 1,000. Give me those. I will be needing all of them, because I will now need to find a place on the bus that I will be comfortable with placing these catalysts. Also, reference point. There is good reason for me to be putting the mineral catalysts and the crystal catalysts close to each other. And that is because there are these things known as hybrid catalysts. And hybrid catalysts just require regular crystal catalysts and mineral catalysts. That's it. That's all. You just put them in, get hybrid out. So, for example, there actually is no fluid input for this. It's just mineral and crystal in and hybrid out. And it consumes the full production of a single machine of each to make hybrid catalysts. So definitely bear that one in mind, that I will definitely at minimum need to, or want to, double this going up, which means doubling this just to produce one hybrid catalyst. And I might not want to do this here. I could do this, like, have it right here with its 2 things to feed it, and just do it that way. And just treat this line as my crystallizer line for the various catalysts. That should be convenient. Now, I have to think about where in the world I'm putting this. Is there anything below the Coke line? No? I'm pretty sure there's nothing below the Coke line. So if I just review what each of these lines are, we've got iron coming in. We've got this second lane, which is actually a science lane for blue science currently. And I will add on probably purple to it. Then it's steel. And then it's not resin. It's engines. So engines are here. Then wood, then resin. And then I've got the stone bricks, rocks, iron, copper. Nothing? So what is next to this copper? This was going to be a copper 2. Nothing. Nothing here. This could have been a copper tube, but I'm making the executive decision that this will probably be my mineral catalysts. They only need to go one way. Grab the car. And then all 6 of these underneath are circuit related. Then I've got, I think, all 6 of these accounted for. Maybe? Yeah, because one is bronze and the other one is reserved for brass. I do have a reservation for brass in here. And then, yeah, all 6 of these are being used, and then just... So I'm down to the 2 lines at the end before hitting my liquid bus, at which point then I will have to start getting belted stuff on the opposite side of the liquid bus. Let's roll. Now, I'm pretty sure the stuff that I need to jump, I have already jumped, but we shall see. Because there are a few things down here that I have, maybe, that use copper? No, the copper goes the other way. So, that's the one. That's the one. Okay, why did I... Oh, just probably because of order of operations. I needed to route things a certain way. Alright, now... This is, or at least was, the mineral catalysts. So they can remain the mineral catalysts. How big of a jump are you doing right now? Can I do one more? No, I cannot. That's unfortunate. And that should be... proper mineral catalysts. Oh, I've got a hole. I've got a hole to deal with over here. Good. This I like. And by doing this, I've actually freed up a big hole here for other things, now that I have moved this catalyst production. I no longer need any of this. So what would I want to do with this space? I don't even know. I don't even know. And that's everything back to the way it was. Hopefully. Everything is getting what it needs on the catalysts. I have 7 of these. 7 per second. I'm producing 12 per second. If I add the 4 of these, the 4 of these, and the 2 of these, that's 2, 4, so that's 6, 10, 17. I need one more. If they were all producing 100% of the time, I would need another one producing. Because it's essentially the same as... Ah, 17. That's only half of a transport belt anyway, so I shouldn't have any issues. Now that that is taken care of... Next order of business... was I did want to increase the amount of iron plates being produced, so I will not take... Oop. I will take this... and I will put down 2 of them. Why 2 of them? Because that's what I need for the future. Start building more of those. More of those. Oh, hello, tech. More inserter capacity. Oh, I need stone bricks. Oh my. I've actually consumed a ton of them. Hello, stone bricks. Hello, production. Good, they're backing up. They are backing up. So I've got room to, play. So the iron pellet press stuff uses limestone. What does the copper one use? Do I even... The copper one is oxygen. And you need anodes, so that's chemical furnace. So copper is a space increase for pellets. The tin is just a transition to carbon, so I could actually do a... Oh, and I don't, like, need all of this. I can use these guys. Bring in the... Oh, noes. Oh, noes! You gotta move. Ah, right. Da-doink, da-doink. And that is... additional iron. Isn't that simple? That is glorious. Now, I'm willing to bet that this consumes all of the iron that I am currently producing, all of the iron ore that I'm currently producing, which is near enough a full compressed belt with a little bit of a gap on occasion. And that's perfectly fine. And yeah, you can see it's lowering. So it will eventually probably not feed this side completely. But once I send a limestone in, speaking of which, there was a point to these. I didn't realize it at the time, but there is a point to these. That's limestone in. Granted, I sort of screwed up stuff down here, but yeah, I can have, alternatively, I can do a mixed belt. Coke limestone. Yeah, I can do coke limestone mixed belts on these. That should be fine when I do transition to the pellet press stuff. Theoretically, I could do that now. Because, A, I'm now producing near enough a full yellow belt in the iron, which plates, which I wasn't doing before. And I'm currently backing up on the steel to feed this. So that's no longer the limiting factor on producing those red belts anymore. I've got plenty of the catalysts going. What I could do is I could improve the efficiency on the tin. You know, it's a little unfortunate I did this way. Just because of the nature of how the pellet press transition goes. Now, if I'm going to do the pellet press transition, I should do it where it actually matters, which is the iron right now, because it is consuming the iron that I am bringing in, all of it in this area. I should do that 50% efficiency boost by going to the pellet press process, and all that really requires is bringing in limestone. Which I happen to be producing. I just need to grab a bunch of this belts. Get in the car. And stop. Right here. So this is limestone. Alternatively, I could just make a thing that makes limestone. A line of limestone production. Yeah, for scale purposes, that might be the better option. I should still have throughput available through the viscous mud water, so off we go. Not off we go, because I will need some washing plants. This is minimum 5 just for one. Okay. I will need iron plates. And likely steel. And I'll need to bring water in. Yeah, steel is next. I'm not going to bother making more than what I've made thus far. Now, you'll note I'm running out of bronze pipes. But where I'm going, I have plastic pipes. I'm just going to keep watch on the pipes I need to bring in. So I need to bring in the bottom water and the viscous mud water. And this should be where the viscous mud water ends. Sort of. And apparently that's where the water ends too. Hello, tech. Nice to see you. Give me those. Alright, now I need to go grab more undergrounds. And I can probably just swap these out at this point. I do have inferiors. Let's drop off all inferiors. Oh, right. I'm not limiting you. Let's limit you. It's definitely consuming all of my extra production on the plastic. Don't need to worry about that whatsoever. Hmm, 9 more minutes in the stream. Am I going to be able to do this in time? I don't think I will be able to, but I'll at least be able to get the limestone on the bus. Which, for reference, the limestone on the bus thing is something I need to do anyway. So even though I'm doing it for the purpose of improving the efficiency of my iron plate production at the moment, it also has the purpose of being useful in the production of concrete, if I'm not mistaken. Concrete, glass, whatever. It's using my silicon in other things. In these things. Oh, that's lime. Sorry, not limestone. I could also bus lime. Sure. Why not? If I'm busing limestone, I could bus lime as well. I don't need to bring these out all this way. Give me the washing plants. Let's not forget I will need a doohickey here. This will be making viscous mud from mud. Doink, doink. Light. Cool. That would be limestone. But it's minimum 4, not, Do I want to do this way? I'm just thinking about if I were to add more, it would be in the wrong direction. Where it would be, like, off to the side, I guess. I'm thinking I should just arbitrarily define that I will be doing this to the side and not there. Then if I was doing some lime as well, this would feed in right next door. So I need to make sure I have the space necessary. Question is, this produces 90 per second. Oh, that feeds 10. So that's 4 is fine when that feeds 10. Da-da-da-da. That is a waste of plastic. I guess one could argue that unless I need the extra distance, that it's all a waste of material, but screw it. It's so pretty blue. It, like, glows in the dark, practically. That shade of blue. Now, the hard part. Actually bringing up the, stuffs. Because as I had mentioned, these, lengths aren't perfect. As you can see. I can't just drag all the way down. But now that I have that guideline, should be fine. He says as he makes a mistake. Yeah, just do this way. Now I'm doing this water line because it should have more pressure in it at the moment. I think. And of course this is made thingies. Yeah. Ugh. Just putting in these Final touches. And there's the limestone being produced. Now it's just a matter of getting the mud out. And there's the mud gone. So with only 1 minute left in today's stream, I think that this is where I'm going to have to leave it off. What is the summary of what I did today? Well, honestly, it was a lot of changing of things today. A lot of things were changed. I did expand my whole setup down here with iron. I converted one plate line to do steel, and then I added 2 more plates to the end. This isn't producing at 100%. Apparently because I am not... I've been battling with the catalyst production. I moved this catalyst production over. That is the biggest thing, I think, of the day-to-day. Transitioned this into mineralized water. It might just be that I don't have enough mineralized water, in which case then it's just I need more. And this, you can see, is working beautifully. I have added production to coke, and I am allowing this to take precedence of feeding into my coke belt source. And I expanded the engine units. I created electric engine units out here, way out here. Electric engine units. I started making batteries. I made some stuffs for me, and I started making plastic underground pipes, and now it's washing plants for limestone and some lime, so that I can start doing a more efficient process in the making of steel plates. Not steel, well, yes, also steel, but steel and iron plates from iron ore. More efficient processing of iron ore to whatever plate it ends up as. With that, I would like to thank you all for watching. Next week, one more reminder, next week the stream will be starting and ending 1 hour earlier, and that is a permanent change. The stream will start at 10 a.m. Eastern Time until 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And, yeah, so that's going to be what happens starting next week. I'll be back with more of the Angels playthrough on Monday. And then, from that point, I will also start streaming on Sundays. Haven't quite decided what I will do on the Sunday stream yet. Maybe Pyanodon's playthrough, maybe some other game, but I will keep folks posted on that front. Again, thank you all for watching. I will see you all on Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time.